Hi guys, it's Theresa of Larkin Design, and I'm here today with my traveler's notebook. We just got back from our trip to Charleston. This was sort of a second honeymoon for me and my husband. And so I had talked about before that I was planning to take my traveler's notebook with me, and I was going to try to do a little bit of scrapbooking on the road. And so we're back, and I wanted to just kind of follow up with you on that, and I wanted to share some things with you because this was my first time using a traveler's notebook and taking one with me. So I didn't really know how it was going to go. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know, you know, how this was all going to turn out. And so I wanted to share with you, one, what I took and what I ended up using. And two, I wanted to share with you a little bit of what I brought back in terms of paper, excuse me, paper products and ephemera, just that we picked up along the way. And then I also wanted to share with you what the traveler's notebook looks like right now while we were on vacation, what I was able to accomplish, and just sort of my overall thoughts about, you know, how this went for me, this using a traveler's notebook for the first time. And so maybe you'll get to learn a few things as well and see how it all came about. And so I'm going to tell you that everything is sort of a hot mess right now. And I'm also going to tell you that I did not have a small portable photo printer. And that's probably like pretty high up on my list now of things that I need to get and that I would like to get in order to be able to do this better. I have a hard time doing a layout without any photos, and some of you might be the same way. It's kind of hard to commit or to think about, you know, what size of photo am I going to put on here, which photos, especially through a whole notebook. So I have to print out all my pictures now. And so that's cool. I have not sat down and done that yet. I haven't gone through the pictures that we took. I will say I strictly used my iPhone. I took my DSLR with me, but I didn't even take it out of the camera bag. I did have a Fuji Instax, and I took a couple of pictures with it. Like maybe 8 or 10 pictures, and I wasn't really happy with any of them. I don't know. I'll show them later on. Probably not in this video. I'll probably show them later when I'm actually putting pictures in the notebook itself. So I'm not really used to that camera yet. So for the majority of the pictures that I'm going to end up using are from my iPhone. But we'll deal with that in another video. I will tell you today I'm not going to do any process videos. I'm just going to talk to you about what I took with me, what I actually used, and then go through some of this, and then I wanted to show you what the notebook looks like after coming home with it. So I think I had shown you most of this before we left. I've got pens in here, and I've got this little case here, and it has my stamp sets that I took with me. And I didn't end up really using those very much. And then this is there's watercolors and adhesive, and I ended up putting a little whiteout in there for my planner purposes. And then I also did pick up, I picked up a couple of these little ink stamp pads. I just had picked 3 to take with me, and again, I didn't end up using them, but I know that I have them set aside to use for when I'm ready to put the whole notebook together. I also picked up a couple of things in the papyrus store while we were there, and then my scissors and my watercolors, and I also have my little water brush there. The only thing I really ended up using from in here is my glue stick. So that's kind of just to let you know how that worked out. And then, let's see, I guess let me put these out of the way. And I wanted to, I thought it was kind of funny, you know, I packed all these things, and, you know, and I knew I wasn't going to use some of them, obviously. But I really think that you could get away with just taking scissors, glue stick, a pen, and maybe a couple of washi tapes. That's really what you could get away with taking. So these are some of the things that we picked up while we were there, and I sort of, obviously I'm not going to use all of this, right? That would be a pretty thick traveler's notebook, but there's some interesting, you know, there's some interesting graphics in some of these, and some maps, and just some fun stuff. And I also, this is a little kids, actually a little kids activity book that the Gibbs hands out, which is really cute. But actually some of this might be nice to use for art journaling. So I've actually kind of made a list of some of the ideas that I have going around in my head of what I want to do with this. And one of the reasons that we chose Charleston, and one of the reasons I wanted to go, was because I know that Charleston is inspiration rich. And what I mean by that is that obviously the landscape and the buildings and the streets and the beaches and the water give you a lot of opportunities to take photographs and to be visually inspired and stimulated, right? And Charleston has a great artist community, so there are quite a few opportunities to view art by artists that live in Charleston and that work in Charleston, and that portray the history of Charleston. And so I kind of called this an inspiration trip because I really did come back with my head sort of full of stuff, and I made a few lists and things like that in my planner. I'll share that later in one of my planner videos, just how I use this trip as an opportunity to push myself forward for the next couple of months creatively. So the Gibbs gave us some stickers as well, and then I also, you know, this is a little mint wrapper from one of our restaurants, a card from the chef of one of our restaurants. We had dinner at Magnolia's with reservations while we were there, and like this is the first time that my husband and I had ever had reservations for dinner. So anyway, it was a really nice place, and we really enjoyed it. It was just a great dinner, and they brought us some of our desserts on these doilies. So of course I lifted those. Shh, don't tell. This is one of our napkins from Magnolia's. This is one of our parking release, what are those things called? It's not a parking ticket, it's the thing that they give you from the parking lot. This is a little bookmark. I asked we went to a shop that is owned by the Historic Charleston Foundation, and I asked them if they had any business cards, and this is what they gave me. It's really kind of like a bookmark. So I thought that was really pretty, and that's something that would be cool to include. We ate really well. We went to this place called Nothing Bundt Cakes. And I've probably mentioned it before. I have a thing for my big fat Greek wedding, and I love the part in there where the in-laws come to meet her family, and they bring a bundt cake, and it's a bundt cake. This cake has a hole in it. So we saw that, we had to go there and get some desserts while we were there. This is one of the maps that we got. I think this is the trolley map. I don't know. So, no, this isn't the trolley map. This is just a regular map of Charleston. So those are always good to pick up. A bunch of stuff from that. I don't know. This is my receipt from the Charleston Foundation. Okay, and then another brochure, right? I love this graphic here with the horse and the carriage. So that's cool. This is a lunch wrapper from my husband's sandwich when we were at Normandy Farm. This great little bakery tucked right behind Rainbow Row. This is an artist card that I picked up. We also ate at Burton's, and I grabbed one of the to-go menus, and I also grabbed one of the napkins and the cards. I didn't mean to pick up two of the business cards, but I like it because it has the logo on it. So that's cool. We also, one of the things that was really important for us to do was to honor the victims of the Charleston shooting. So we attended an artist reception for Dr. Leo Twiggs, who has painted 9 pieces to honor the Charleston 9. So we went to his reception, and this is the brochure from that. And then this was also there. It's kind of like a oversized postcard. That's one of his paintings. And this is an advertisement for a different exhibit that honors the Charleston 9. So there's quite a few things going on in the Charleston art community to remember the victims of that shooting. So if you're going to be traveling to Charleston, let me encourage you to seek some of those exhibits out and take a few minutes just to remember and to promote the art community of Charleston. This is an art magazine that was just free. There's a portion of Charleston that's called Gallery Row. And it was just, they were just in a box. Sitting outside of one of the gallery's doors. But I love this. This made me think of us, you know, the camera and the watercolor palette. Clearly that has not been used. But, you know, that's our people, right? So, anyway, there's lots of cool images in there. So, that's that. That is something different. This is it was a package with little tea towels in it, and it was a, what do you call these things? A Chinese takeout box. But I opened it up because I want to use that somewhere. That came from the Charleston Historical Society. And let's see, of course we did some shopping while we were there. So one of the stores we went to was called Luna, and they they gave me a sticker, and this is their little business card, and I love that little shopping girl on there. This is actually, it's vellum, it's kind of see-through. And let's see, I trimmed that already. That was from Gallery Row, and that's one of my receipts. There's also this cute little shop called Moon and Lola. Just had some of the cutest stuff, and I just have to tell you, I got this, I have it sitting beside me. Moon and Lola had this cute little tiny elephant ring holder. I have a love affair with elephants. If you've been to my Etsy shop, I sell little glittered elephants. And anyway, so I just had to take them home. But I was so excited when they gave me a little paper bag too, because that is awesome. So anyway, this is just another mat. This is one of the real estate agents that's on King Street. I think they're on King Street. So just another representation. That was one of the bus things. This is actually, I have that in my thing already. It was a coaster from Kickin' Chicken. This is from the Gibbs Museum. It's just sort of their floor plan and just a general guide about what's in there. This is a fan that was at the Gibbs, and I have already used part of it. But I saw they had a whole basket of these at the front desk, and I asked very timidly, "Are these for sale or are they for free?" And she smiled and she said, "They're for free. Why don't you have one?" And I said, "Why, thank you, yes." So this is another magazine that we picked up from somewhere. This has some great images in it. And actually, my husband picked this magazine up. A lot of this came from the visitor center. So, other than our little shopping stuff, this is the same map that we had before. This is, I made a purchase at Luna, and this is the tissue paper that they wrapped it in. So that's pretty. I have not gone through this whole magazine yet, but I was drawn to this cover image. It's really, really pretty. And I like this too, this little martini. So anyway, that's just some fun ephemera. And there's also Skirt magazine. Most cities make one of these, but there was something in here that I really liked. They highlighted some of these local business women, and they made the cutest little graphics here. The number 3 and these little painted graphics, I love those. So I would really like to be able to use those somehow, maybe not in my notebook, but in my art journaling. I don't know. But they just made me happy. There's the other one. I think it was just 5. Oh, no, there was 6. There we go. 7. Those palm trees are adorable. Yeah, that's it. Okay, 7. So I definitely wanted to hang on to those. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too boring to just take a peek at what we came home with. Some people come home with, I don't know, liquor or jewelry that they bought, and I come home with paper. So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna take you into my notebook now, and what I was able to do while we were gone. And I'll tell you, I didn't do much. I really just, cause when my husband and I travel, we both tend to go a lot. We don't sit still very much, and so then by the time we get back to our hotel room at night, we're pretty tired. So I didn't do a lot, but what I have here is actually just a planned album. So, there's one of my tags. So I sort of wrote, this is kind of a bucket list that I kind of wrote out. I'm not going to leave that there. But this is my introductory page, and I printed this off of Pinterest. There's a couple of little things that I printed off. I just brought them into I brought them into Photoshop and created 3x4 templates. So that's one of them that I did. I did that one. I hope you can see it. I did this one. And you can find these on my Pinterest. And they're, of course, you know, just totally lifted. But, there. So that's some of the things that I have gotten and just thought they would be nice to use in my little insert. And so that was the fan that I had shown you earlier. And so what I ended up doing was, because I used my iPhone for most of the photography, I was able to go back each day and sort of pick just, you know, 1 or 2 photos that I knew I was going to use, and I just used my washi tape and wrote a note about what photo I plan to put there. Ravenel, that's a picture of the bridge. This is another little promotional piece that we found at the visitor center. So I thought that was a cool collage there. And I hope to do a couple of collages too. That was the coaster. This is the rest of it right there. That was the coaster from Kickin' Chicken. So that's some of the journaling that I wrote. I saved some room here for photos. I put this is one of the cards from the Gossamer Blue kit from June, I think. So that I put that in there. Like, this is great. It's great space for journaling. And then another photo on the back is my plan. I'll probably do a collage here and more journaling. I did get to write a little bit here. And I added, this is the top of this card, promotional card, right? So, and it's I put it on with glue, with the glue stick, and then I added a little washi as well. So, and I think the rest of it is just washi tape and photo notes. And so, even though there's not much in there, I still have I don't have anything for the last day. But I do still have a good planning tool, because now all I have to do is walk through these pages and decide which photos to print out. So that's where I am with my Charleston notebook, and I just wanted to share that with you. I will be back over the next few weeks to share with you some of the process videos for completing it. I haven't created a plan for how I'm going to finish this. I suspect that I won't be finishing it in the month of July, so it's probably going to be a July and August project. I'm probably going to put the Gardener's Notebook on hold for a little while, because that's ongoing. That's an ongoing project that I'm going to just keep doing for as long as I feel like doing it. But this has a definitive end. So I'm probably going to focus on this for the next few weeks on Fridays. So I hope that you'll stay tuned, and I will see you back here next Friday with photos, hopefully, and ready to get going on that. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to leave me a comment down below and a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.